start slow. Start with neutral environments with time limits, such as meeting at a cafe or a bookstore, and be sure to arrange your own transportation and do not rely on others to make it happen. As best you can, anticipate triggers and mitigate possible stressors. Okay, I can't tell you how many times in working with clients, I hear them angry and resentful. And they're angry because they feel like somebody else slighted them, but it was really displaced expectations. And so we want to make sure that we are mitigating as many contingencies on other people as possible in order for us to hit our goals or social interactions, right? That's why I bring up things like transportation, because that's a common one. You know, somebody doesn't show up when they say they're going to show up or aren't comfortable giving you a ride home, then it's easy to start harboring resentment. Okay, the next interaction could be a little more formal once you get to know someone, such as going out to eat. It may be best to start with breakfast and work towards something like dinner, or a movie or a show. And once you become better acquainted, you may start to consider ride sharing, but not initially. We're talking about way after the relationship has a firm foundation, okay? If you're struggling with coming up with ideas for possible activities, brainstorm activities of interest that are in line with your values and build on that. Possible suggestions are things like sporting events, playing sports, hiking, walking, book clubs, church, volunteer groups, nonprofits, free city events such as art walks and concerts in the park, cultural events and locations like museums and botanical gardens. All right? Okay, so hopefully these principles were helpful. We'll continue with discussion around relationships for the next few episodes before we move on to something else. But we are at the tail end of the fundamental coping skills for depression, and I just really think it's important to relay those to the public because I think there's a lack of knowledge around these things and life application anyway. All right, so key points and summary of what we discussed in this episode. Healthy social exchanges improve your mood. You have a choice in how your support system is structured and the level of engagement for various supports. Right, you get to choose the intensity. You can build a customized support system tailored to your needs and preferences and interests. Support systems are comprised of both giving and receiving, so being of service. You can get better support by matching the appropriate support to your current needs. And it is possible to become more efficient at managing depression in relationships, all right? And you can put these skills to practice in a few simple ways. First, evaluate your current support system and identify ways that you can improve upon it. Then you could look at how you can add people to your support system to bolster it in the domains that are lacking. And you can commit to an enjoyable activity that you can engage in this week that involves other people, all right? And in the next episode,